Good morning, dear students. Welcome you all. Today we are going to start your supplementary reader book, chapter number 10, An Alien Hand. The title is based on your supplementary reader book. Some word meaning are written here. You may see and you may write in your copy. In this chapter, we are going to read about Tilu and his parents. They lived in artificial condition under the surface of the planet Mars. It was very difficult to live during that time on the planet. They lived beneath the surface of the Mars. Tilu's father worked on the surface of the planet, but he went there with the help of special suit, boots and oxygen tank. He took it. After that, he reached on the surface to manage the machines that were established there. He worked there. Okay, one day what had happened, Tilu's father was sleeping in the afternoon. During that time, Tilu got his father's security card and he tried to enter the forbidden passage where his father went daily. But he was caught by the security guard. After that, his father, Tilu's father, told him that don't go there because it would be impossible to survive on that place bereft of oxygen tanks, suits and boots. After that, we will read in this chapter what had happened. Now we will see that what we are going to read in this chapter. Tilu and his parents live beneath the surface of a planet under artificial condition. We are going to read. Tilu has heard and read about the sun and the stars. He has never seen them. We are going to also read this portion, this topic. Tilu's father goes to work through a secret passage and Tilu wants to know all about it. Now see the chapter. Tilu, how often have you been told not to go that way? Tilu's father told that, Tilu, how often have you been told not to go that way? His father told to him, but why does daddy go there every day? Tilu, how often have you been told not to go that way, but why does daddy go there every day? Tilu's mother, in this part, Tilu's mother is telling that, Tilu, how many times have you told that don't go there? But he is telling that, why does daddy go there every day? Who is telling? Tilu tells to his mother. Because that's his job, Tilu. His mother told that because it is his job. That way was an underground passage. Tilu's father went every day for work along that passage and every day he came back from that direction. Now, that way was an underground passage where Tilu's father went daily. Tilu's father went every day for work along that route, along that passage, and every day he also came back, returned from that direction. Okay. What lay at the end of that forbidden route, not only Tilu, but a great majority of the community would have liked to know. Not only Tilu, who did not know about the passage, but a great majority of the community, most of the people of the community would have liked to know, they wanted to know. Tilu's father was one of the select few permitted to go that way. Tilu's father, you know that, was the permitted and selected person who would go through the passes. Okay? You know that. The above conversation invariably took place between Tilu and his mother whenever he insisted on following his father. And you know that the above conversation which we have read in the starting of the chapter, Tilu, you know that the above conversation is going here, okay, took place between Tilu and his mother whenever he insisted, Tilu forced on following his father, on going behind his father on the forbidden passage. Okay. Today, however, was different. Tilu's father was enjoying a siesta at home and Tilu managed to get hold of his security card. But now today the situation has changed. It was different. What was different? Tilu's father was enjoying a siesta. Siesta means here afternoon nap, when during the afternoon anyone sleeps, short sleep. Siesta at home, and Tilu managed to get hold of his security card. So Tilu took the father's security card, okay. Then evading his watchful mother's eye, Tilu made his way to the forbidden passage, and afterward, after taking the security card, then evading means escaping from his watchful, the mother who was very careful, watchful mother's eyes, and Tilu made his way to the forbidden passage. That route that was forbidden, the permission was not allowed, he went that passage. A metal door barred his entry, but Tilu had watched his father slip the magic card into a slot. He did the same at the door, opened noiselessly. A well-lit passage seemed to beckon him. Afterward, when he had taken the security card, a metal door, that was the metal door when he went there, barred his entry. Barred means stopped, checked his entry. But Tilu had watched his father slip the magic card into a slot. But Tilu had seen that how his father entered the security card into the slot, okay, security card into a slot opening. He did the same and the door opened noiselessly, and he did the same thing and the door opened without any noise. A well lit passage seemed to beckon him, and the passage was well lit. Well lit means full with light. Passage seemed to beckon. Beckon means call with gesture, means full, the route that was full with light, ready to welcome him. Snatching the card which had come out of another slot in the wall, Tilu started his march along a gentle upward slope from the passage led from the underground habitat to the surface of the planet. Tilu looked forward to seeing the sun if it was daytime, or the stars if it was a night, about which he had heard and read so much. After taking the security, snatching means taking forcibly, snatching. After taking the cord which had come out of another slot in the wall, Tilu started his march. Tilu started to go forward along a gentle upward direction slope for the passage led from the underground habitat. That the passage that came from underground habitat. So he was going further to the surface of the planet. Tilu looked forward to seeing the sun if it was daytime or the stars if it was a night. And now here you know that Tilu looked forward. What he saw? To seeing the sun. He saw the sun if it was a daytime. He observed the stars if it was night, about which he had heard and read so much. Okay. Now next paragraph. Tilu had underestimated the security arrangements. Now here Tilu had underestimated. Underestimated means he did not judge properly. The security arrangements. Invisible mechanical devices had already detected and photographed the small intruder, sent his picture to the central bureau where it was thoroughly checked. Now what had happened? He did not judge properly security arrangements, and afterward what had happened? Invisible mechanical devices had already detected. Detected means here what you are getting? Checked. Detected means here identified. Checked, identified, okay. And photographed. The machines took photographs. The small intruder. Intruder means one who enters any place without permission. Means he was the intruder. He entered there without permission. Sent his picture to the central bureau where it was thoroughly checked. His picture was thoroughly checked. And before he had advanced 10 paces, a strong hand fell heavily on his shoulder. And what had happened? And before he had advanced, he went further. He went further 10 steps. Afterward, a strong hand fell heavily on his shoulder. Gently, the hand was put on his shoulder gently, but firmly. Firmly means strongly. He was escorted. Escorted means taken. Escorted means taken by the security staff back home to an anxious and angry mother. And afterward, the security guard caught him and he was brought home to an anxious, worried and angry mother. In front of his angry and worried mother. While he was being scolded, he received help from an unexpected quarter. Now here you know that while he was being scolded, rebuked, डांटा गया, he received help from an unexpected quarter. Unexpected quarter means he was not expecting that he would get help, but he got the help. Let me explain to him, darling, said his father, who had just got up. Now here what had happened? Let me explain to him, darling. Who is telling? Tilu's father is telling, said his father, who had just got up. If he is properly briefed means explained, okay, told, informed, he will not do such a thing again. So he will not do such thing again. His father told. Okay. He started to explain. Afterward, his father started to explain. Okay. What he had started to explain? Listen, Tilu, I work on a surface where an ordinary person can't survive because the air is too thin to breathe and where the temperature is so low that you would freeze to death. Now here his father is telling, briefing, informing him about the condition, why the passage is forbidden. Okay. Listen Tilu, he is telling that I work on a surface where an ordinary simple person can't survive, can't live because the air is too thin, very thin to breathe. It is difficult to breathe. Okay. And where the temperature is too low, very low, that you would freeze to death. Okay. So, it is very difficult to survive, that is the reason you are not permitted. But daddy, how do you manage to survive? He is asking the question, Tilu is asking the question to his father, but daddy, how do you manage to survive? Because I go well equipped in a special suit with a reservoir of oxygen. His father is telling that, Tilu, because I go well equipped, I go there well managed, equipped, I go there in a special suit with a reservoir of oxygen. Reservoir means tank of oxygen. I can keep warm and my boots are especially designed to make it easy for me to walk on the surface. And you have to know that I can keep warm my body and my boots are especially designed, prepared to make it easy for me to walk on the surface. What's more, I want to tell you, I have been trained to survive and work on the surface, and I have got the training, I have trained to survive and work on the surface. There was a time when our forefathers lived on the surface quite naturally. Indeed, they did so for millions of years, but times changed. The very sun which had provided us with sustenance turned hostile. His father is telling that, Tilu, you have to know that there was a time when our forefathers, ancestors lived on the surface, on the Mars, quite naturally, everything was available. Indeed, they did that thing so for millions of years ago. But times have changed, times changed. The very sun, the same sun, which had provided us with sustenance, the sun that provided sustenance, sustenance means support, turned hostile. Hostile means cruel. Okay? Turned hostile, it changed only slightly, but the change was sufficient to upset the balance of nature on this planet. It changed only slight, the sun changed only slight, little bit, you know that. But the change was sufficient, to upset the balance of nature, to upset the balance, semblance of nature on this planet. What had happened when the sun turned hostile? First, the birds became extinct. Firstly, the birds became extinct means extinguished, died. The animals afterward followed. The fish could not bear it any more either. And afterward, what had happened? The fish could not bear the hostile condition it anymore either. We managed to survive only because of our superior technology. But we were forced to live underground under artificial conditions. And you have to know that we managed to survive only because of our superior technology, but we were forced what? To live underground under artificial conditions. Okay. Thanks to solar energy, we can generate sufficient power to make our life comfortable. Now here, thanks to solar energy, with the help of solar energy, we can generate more sufficient power to make our life comfortable. Okay. But the machines which make this possible must always be in good working condition. Now, Tilu's father is telling that, but the machines which make this possible, because of that we get light, power. The machine must be in good working condition, proper condition. Some of them are on the surface. I belong to the team whose responsibility is to keep watch on them and to service them. Now, Tilu's father is telling that some of them are on the surface, some of the machines are on the surface of the planet, and I belong to the team, I belong to the same team whose responsibility is to keep watch, to check, to watch on them and to service them, to manage them. Daddy, can I join the team when I grow up? Tilu is asking to his father that, Daddy, can I join the team when I grow up? Of course, my son, if you want to, said his father, but for that you must be a good boy and do as your parents tell you. You have to do just like your parents are telling to you. Okay, you have to be well mannered. His mother had as usual the last word. Okay. So now we have completed here the part 1, and next part we will get in second video. So thanks for watching. Thank you.